A celebration for Martin Luther King, who would have been 94 years old. But decades after his death, his work to get a vote for all is still not complete. In 1965, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act, thanks to Martin Luther King. The measure outlawed discriminatory voting practices. But a recent report found that more than 4 million people were blocked from voting in last year's midterm elections. A third of those affected were black. And the words of Martin Luther King still echo through the years.
Let us march on ballot boxes.
Keeda James was one of those who lost the right to vote because of a conviction on drug charges. As a lawyer, Keeda was able to get through the complicated process of regaining the right to vote, and she now helps others do the same.
For some people, it can be an extremely lengthy battle. And, you know, for some people, they have given up because it is a lengthy battle or because it is so convoluted.
Stephanie Frame was sentenced to 7 years imprisonment on a conspiracy to commit murder charge. She's unable and unwilling to pay the thousands of dollars in fines to regain the right to vote.
And I came home and I completed that parole without being a menace to society. I feel like at that point, it should automatically be given back to me. Just as quickly as it was taken away, it should automatically be given back to me.
An ugly fact behind the beauty of its capital, Nashville, is that the Republican state of Tennessee has the second largest number of disenfranchised after Florida. Nearly 500,000 people. That's close to 1 in 8 voters.
You have to start looking at how do we expand the electorate, and by giving 470,000 people their voting rights back is how you expand that electorate. And again, and I think, you know, if and when we do that, that will have huge political implications.
What the marchers here want is to restore the vote to 10 times that number. More than 4 million people in 48 states who were prevented from casting a ballot last year. In the wider political context, it's also about the struggle between those who want to reduce voting rights and those who want to increase them. It's not just about Congress, it's about who controls the courts, the police stations, and the school boards. The US has over 500,000 elected officials. And the demand in this crowd on this day is that they represent all the country's people, not just some of them. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Washington.